You're able to see, right? The screen?
Yes, I can see it.
See, I have imported few of your customers here. If you can see. Hello.
Yes, yes, please get started.
Yeah. So I have imported few of your customers and their details as well. So here you will see the standard selling, commercial customer, and the address also I have added, and the tax ID which you have provided me. If there are any more like default payment terms, that also we can set and import it at like first only. Then we can select this. So it will allow you to create invoice without sales or delivery note. So we have imported a few suppliers also. Okay, these are your suppliers. And these are your item attributes. Then let's say GSM. This also we have imported from the sheet you have given, the warehouse stock sheet, and the maid also have imported just to show you how it works. Okay.
Very
So we
nice.
start, yeah. So we start by creating the RFQ first, because that is where your purchasing starts, right? So we can create a material request. This is actually even before that from your warehouse, the stock manager or the inventory manager, or let's say the warehouse manager, he creates a material request note to the purchase department that this material is not there, or um, it is below the level of next ordering. So you can create a material request to the purchase department. So this will create that purchase department note. So I have not created any items as of now, but I will create one. What was your the paper which you were telling me?
Which
Or
one?
just plain paper? I will create a item. I will show you how to create item also.
Sure.
So right now there are no items. We have two attributes which we have imported. Based on that, we will add. So I will show you. So you go to add item here in the item list, then edit the full form. Just give me one paper type, newspaper.
You can, yeah.
Okay, fine. This is just to show you, right? And it has variants. Default, let's say it is roll, unit of measure. So we have to select the attributes, the GSM, and let's say made. So this, based on two of these attributes, you can create multiple products. So we have created a template. Newspaper. So we want to create multiple, let's say multiple variants out of it. So you can select here multiple variants and select whatever the GSM you require for, let's say you need this 5 GSM to be there in the newspaper. And let's say you need Australia, China, India, and Indonesia. So each one will have, so let's say newspaper, then one GSM, then it will create Australia, China, India, and Indonesia. So one for the GSM and 1, 2, 3, 4 for the made. So likewise, 22 Australia, 22 China, 22 India, 22 Indonesia. So it will create total 20 variants of this product. I'll create 20 products. It is in the queue. So if you go here now, you will have all your products. That newspaper, then one GSM Australia, newspaper, one GSM China, newspaper, one GSM India, newspaper, one GSM Indonesia, like this. Same goes to 22, same goes to 23, same goes to 25, 27, whatever you have selected, it will create all the variants. Now let's move again to the material request. So we will create the new material request with the products which we have created. Let's say one GSM India we have selected, and we are requesting, I mean, the store is requesting this product in, let's say, 5 roles required by today. Or if it is required by end of the month, you can select at end of the month. And here in the roles, you can say 5 roles are required. Or if you have multiple this thing, then you can change unit of measure also. Let's say tonnage. So you can select tons, so 5 tons of material, this material is required. This is what this document says. And we have created this document now. That by 30 of June, you required newspaper 1 GSM India, 5 tons in this store. So we will submit this. Once it is submitted, you cannot change any information in this particular document. You can cancel it and again make an amendment to this document. I will show you that also. So this is already created. Okay, so if you want to change anything in this, you have to cancel this and then amend it. So it will come as, let's say you want to add one more item. India and Australia also you want, for example, and you want 10 tons of it. Or in, let's say if you have multiple warehouses or stores, you can select that, okay, this 5 tons we need in Jabal Ali, this 10 tons we need in, let's say, DIP. So you can select these warehouses if you have multiple warehouses. So now we have amended that first document and it will come with -1. If it is again amended, it will come with -2. If again, then 3, 4, 5, like this. So we submit this. There will be a print format for this. So this is your print format. This is the basic, like, standard print format. If you want any changes, we can do while implementing. This is just a demo for now. So once you have this material request, it will show as pending. Then the next step is you will request for quotation to your suppliers. So from here only you can create that. Here you can add which all suppliers you require. Let's say this Apex and this Atlantic, and let's say you can send this to multiple suppliers. You have already mentioned the required date, so it will be also there in the document. So we have now created this RFQ, which we have shown you earlier also. And in the email details, you can change here. We will create a template for you with the subject and email preview. Also, you can see, please supply specific item as best possible rates. This is your like default thing. We can change this as per your company policy. Save it and submit. So your first RFQ is created now. And I will show you the print also. This is the request for quotation. Also, you can create PDFs or download PDFs. You have to select here what we have selected 3. So it will show you the 3 supplier names. So let's say we want to create a document specifically for Atlantic. We can select that supplier and then click download. It will come with the supplier name. This is just for demo, so it is 4. Otherwise, the supplier name will come here. Or we can change this as per your company requirement, the company module. Or you can send also multiple emails straight away from the system, which we have already discussed. And will, since we have not configured the emails, it will not go. Then once the RFQ is generated, you can next now create the supplier quotations. So we have sent it to 3. Let's say Atlantic, this one, send you the quotation. So we will create it in the system. Then they must have given you some prices. Let's say this is, let's say $1,000 per ton. This is, let's say this is 900 per ton. Okay, so you can save this and submit. So now we have created this one supplier quotation. We can create multiple. So that is already done. So now next supplier, let's say this Apex send you the prices. So we can create the second one for the same RFQ. Let's say the prices which he sent is 900 this one and 1000 this one. So now you can create for the Apex purchase quotation, supplier quotation. So now we have created 2. Let's say we want to go with it Atlantic because the prices were good. So we can go with this and create purchase order for it. So this will create a purchase order with all the prices and details, everything already there. Let's say the VAT is there. So it will come with the VAT. So 700 is the VAT amount. You can send this to your supplier now. So now we have submitted it. And you can see in the print format that purchase order for Atlantic and required by, this is now ready. And we require 5 ton and this is 10 tons. We can change again, we can change this format as per your company requirement. This is just a standard this thing. So this will come in the next part of your implementation. Now let's say we have received the materials. So we will create a purchase receipt. So purchase receipt will, let's say they have sent you 5 and you reject 1. So 4 will be accepted and 1 will be rejected. But in case if there is no rejection, then it will be 0, 0, the rejection. And you can select here which warehouse it is going. And go to the next part. Once the purchase receipt is there, you can create a purchase invoice. See, this is the standard, standard rule to follow. But if you don't have some documents, we can cancel it. We can remove that. You can directly create purchase invoice out of from sales order. Yeah.
So Fakhruddin, what's the difference between a purchase receipt and an invoice?
So receipt is only updating your inventory, not the accountings.
Okay.
Yeah. So same goes to delivery order and sales invoice. Delivery order will only affect your inventory, whereas your invoice, sales invoice will have implications on your accounting. So let's say you are sending your material today, so it will be deducted from your inventory today, and you are making the invoice after, let's say, 3 or 4 days. So it will have different dates. But if you are making partial deliveries, so it will be helpful to have this type of things. But if you are, even when you are receiving your material from the purchase, let's say you receive half of the material today, and after the half of the material you are receiving after, let's say, 10 days. So it will create two purchase receipts for one purchase. So now you have then multiple things you can create after material receipt. You can either make an invoice if there are any purchase returns, that also you can do. Let's say now we create a purchase invoice. So this purchase invoice, 14,000 plus the VAT amount, if there is any. See, if you want to skip the purchase receipt, then in the invoice you have to click this, that update stock. So in the invoice also you can do that directly if you want to remove that one document in the process. It's up to you now that you want to keep that or you don't want to keep that. You can add here your supplier invoice number, whatever it is, and supplier date, invoice date. If the payment is already done, then you can select here that paid, or if there is any advances, and you can adjust it here. If there will be any advances, then it will show here that, okay, this is the advance which you have paid already. You can adjust it. Let's say we have not paid this. It's already updated. It is telling that it is stock is there already. So done. Now you have created the purchase thing, purchase invoice, and everything is ready. Now you can again make the payment or return, or you can go reverse also. First, if example, if you have received the purchase invoice first and then the material, then you can go back also. That from purchase invoice you can create purchase receipt. I will show you the accounting effect of this and inventory as well. So we go to general ledger now. So now we have a creditor, which is 14,700 pending, VAT amount 700, and this is a party supplier number 4, and this is against which voucher, everything will come in the general ledger. And in the inventory, see, you can see here that 5 tons of this is there and 10 tons of this is there. You can add or you can move this quantity from one warehouse to another warehouse. You can also see the stock ledger that, okay, 5, because the standard unit of measure we have selected as roll, it will show as roll. But if we have selected tons, it will show in the tons format. Now we will go to the customer part for the selling. So it actually starts in CRM. So you can create a lead. let's say Mr. Abdullah, and his company details and everything you can add here. This is just a lead. There is like no 100% confirmation that this will turn into a sales or nothing, only a lead that they might require. You can select here that what kind of lead is this, what kind of request are they requesting for information, are they doing any product inquiry with you, or are they asking for suggestion. You can even add more to this as per your requirement. And what is the source of the lead? Let's say you are cold calling it, or you got it from exhibition, or you got a reference, or your existing customer has suggested you. Anything can be there, or even you can add more. Let's say this is from cold calling, so you have to select cold calling, and this is for the person to whom you are contacting. So let's say this is BDM. You can select BDM and mail. You can select the company name, like let's say RIMS. What is their annual, if you have, let's say 10 million. So you can, in future, if you want to segregate your customer base database, you can do it by this details. Let's say it's in cosmetic industry. What is the market segment, lower, upper? You can select this. This is only for the lead creation. There is nothing, no inquiry, nothing. You just know them, you just add in the system. If you have any more details, you can add here. What is the qualification? If it is in process or qualified, not qualified. Let's say you have a lead and you go to your manager that, okay, I have this lead, and he disqualifies it. That, okay, this is a contracting company and we don't deal in contracting companies. It will directly go as unqualified. If it is in process, you can select here in the process. If qualified, then qualified by whom. You can select the user and on which date it was qualified. So you will have complete database of your customer. Let's say we select this, save this. So this is the first lead which we have generated. Now there will be activities. Let's say the customer requested you that, okay, call me on this day, or uh, get me this information. So you can select this, or even you can assign this. Let's say you have a sales coordinator. You can add it to him. It will go to his task that, okay, send data sheet. You can say, you can add this. This is a CRM. So it will go in the activities thing that, okay, it has one open task that we have to send the data sheet. Once it is done, you can select here and it will go into the done part. If you have any comments or notes that you want to remember about this customer, you can add here. So once a lead is generated, then in the next stage is the, either you go with the quotation or opportunity or prospect. Let's say this customer asks you for a quotation. So we will create a quotation. So this is your first quotation. It is from lead number this, customer name is this. Let's say they are looking for newspaper, China. Let's say 3 tons, and the price will be 2,500 per ton. There will be sales tax, 5% VAT. This will be auto selected. This is just because we have not set any defaults. It is showing up like this. So once your quotation is ready, you can save it. Submit. You can also change your validity timing. Let's say it is, if only for 7 days, if it is valid, you can change it. You can also add payment terms. We have not added anything. If we have not added, it will show that today is the due date. And yeah, then if it is going in the further step, so after the sales quotation, you get the order. So let's say we create a sales order out of quotation. So the sales order will have all the informations from the quotation. Sales order will have all the details from quotation. And you can select here what will be the delivery date as per your client requirement. Let's say they are requesting it by 25. So you can select here that 25. And instead of 3 tons, they ordered only 2 tons. So we can change here. Okay, they inquired about 3 tons, but now they are ordering only 2 tons. And we'll go from stores. And this will be the delivery date. Let's say 25. And your VAT and everything is there. Go to next part. Okay, so now it is ready. I mean, it is to be delivered and bill. It is pending like this. It shows the list of sales order from which you can get the status also. So we can select here in the view that report. It will show as a report. So this is the report view now. That it is not delivered and not billed, not like 0% delivered, 0% amount of invoices done. It is completely pending. If it is partially delivered and partially billed, it will show here that this percentage is already billed and this percentage is already delivered. So from this sales order list, you can now like go to the production part, and that will be a little different from normal sales order, I mean normal sales process. But if it is only trading, then I think it will go in the next part, that it will be a delivery note. So let's say 2 tons is ready and ready to be delivered. So I don't think there will be any more data that needs to be changed. Everything is already there. If you have more things, then we can add. If you have any transporter information, driver name, you can add here. Vehicle name also, if you have vehicle number, if you have, you can add here the delivery thing. If the customer purchase order is there, you can add here. Customer purchase order date also you can add. If you have sales team, then you can add your sales who, like, if you have multiple salesperson, you can select which salesperson has contributed how much towards the sale. If you have commission, you can add here. It will be the commission rate and everything. Here you have to select the VAT emirate. Let's say if it is delivering in Dubai, then you have to select Dubai. This all will be, this VAT part will be auto populated, but if this all other part will be not. So this will be, if you have sales team, then we can create a sales team and add that. We'll save this. Sales should be 100. We'll just remove this because since we don't have that. Okay, so we have now saved the delivery note. Now it is showing you that there is an insufficient stock in warehouse stores. What stock we have? We can sell that. Yeah. You can, I think, update item from here. We have to cancel it because we don't have stock for China. We have stock for India, so I will change it to India. Since this is coming from the quotation, I think it is not possible to change. Yeah, it is possible to change. See, this is only for demo purpose, so we can change, but otherwise we will set it something that it cannot be changed. It's we will again create the delivery note. With India now. So we have successfully created the delivery note. Now there will be sales invoice. Okay, so done. We have now created the invoice as well. It's just few clicks and you create the invoice. That's it. Then let's say we received a payment from this party. That amount is 5,250, and this is the sales invoice against it. So to do the reference and allocate, there is no difference. And that's it. Yeah, you can save it now. So from material request from warehouse until purchasing, material is received in your warehouse, stored, then sales quotation, sales order, delivery, and invoice and payment. Everything is covered in this. Do you need any more documents, or is this the one which you are looking for? Am I missing anything? Hello? I think the meeting will close in 1 minute. I'll send another link. Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.